Hi everyone, really good to hear from the Skyway Academy. Thank you so much for joining me today. First of all, I would like to apologize for not posting for quite a long time now, so I'm sorry about that. I would also like to thank you all, the subscribers, the followers, the viewers, everyone really for your great feedback, your great comments. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. And before I would start, I got a lot of comments from you guys. Well, not a lot, but some of you guys that asked me to say less. Okay. Now you have to understand that this is part of my English. Literally, this is part of the way I express myself. However, I would try my best to say less. Okay. I know it sounds funny, but I'll try anyway. Okay, so let's start today. I want us to cover some basic present tense practice. Okay, this practice is actually taken from the Skywreet official website, and you can, later on I'll show you exactly how you can get this as well. This is for free, so feel free to follow on skywreet.com. Now, the sentence itself is a pretty short one, as you can tell, and let's make sure first to read it. Let's make sure that we understand it, okay? And let's make sure to go over each and one of our options, okay, in order to fill in the most accurate and correct answer. Okay, now let's start. There you go. Let's start with the first word, ani. Now, ani simply means I. That's the first pronoun, I. Ani. Ivrit kol yom. Let's go over this again. Ani ivrit kol yom. Now again, ani, I, ivrit, Hebrew, kol yom, every day. Now you can attach to the word kol any other time indication. It can be a noun, anything that you really want. It's just, it means every. So it can be every month, kol chodesh, every year, kol shana, every, as you can see here, every day, kol yom. Okay, so kol simply means every. So I, Hebrew, every day. Let's start with our first verb. Okay, our first one is nilmad. Nilmad. Now, nilmad, okay, it can actually refer to two things. The first one is the passive form of lomed. And the second one is simply, it can be referred to the pronoun we, anachnu. Okay, anachnu nilmad. But then it will not be present tense. That would make it future tense. All right, let's start with the first one. Okay, nilmad as the passive form, or if you guys know binyanim, then it is binyan nif'al, which is well recognized by its passive so-called meaning, or the passive core of it. So nilmad, okay, as a passive verb, it simply means being taught, okay, or has been taught. All right, now you can see here that according to the noon, we can tell that it is a third person. Now remember, we're dealing only with the passive form. Okay, I'm talking right now only about the passive form. Okay, so nilmad, according to the first option, which is the verb as a passive form, it simply means being taught, or is or has been taught. Okay, put it as simple as possible, it can be a present tense and it can be past tense. Okay? As part of binyan nif'al, the third person, okay, the third person can be present tense and past tense. They're identical. They're the same. It's the same one. Okay? So I can say nilmad as a past tense, and I can say nilmad as a present tense. Okay? Now remember, this rule applies only for third person masculine. So whenever you want to say who, okay, and the rest of the sentence is actually contain a verb, okay, a passive one, a passive verb that is part of binyan nif'al, okay, the present tense and the past tense would be the same. Okay, I'll try in other videos as well to explain a bit more about this not particular verb, but this binyan, because this is very important. But for now, let's focus on the future tense, okay, the active form. Remember, there was the passive one that we just covered, and there is the active one. And the active one is nilmad, we will learn. And again, we can see it from this nun. Okay? It can be very tricky because this nun can either mean sometimes a passive one, and sometimes it can simply mean an active verb, okay, in the future tense as part of the pronoun we, anachnu. Okay, so tomorrow, machar, anachnu nilmad. In order to simplify all of this, let's choose this as a future tense. Okay, anachnu nilmad, we will learn, and so it cannot be the answer. Okay, because this is a future tense, and we're looking for the present tense. Okay, makes sense. So nilmad, we will learn. This nun that you see here is actually part of the pronoun anachnu. It is taken from there. Okay, so anachnu nilmad. Let's go over to our second one, our second answer, our second option. The second one is lo med. Lo med is part of binyan pa'al. It is present tense, zman hove, and it is applicable, and you can say it as part of many different pronouns as long as they're singular and masculine. So, ani lomed, I'm studying. Ata lomed, okay, you are studying, you're learning. Okay, ata, you, singular, masculine. Hu lomed, he is learning. Okay, in the present tense, we have 4 forms. Okay, as part of binyan pa'al, the active form, we have 4 main forms: lomed, lomedet, lomdim, lomdot. Again, it's like a song. Okay, lomed, lomedet, referring to the feminine version, lomdim, masculine plural, lomdot, feminine plural. Koret, kore, korim, korot. This is another great example. Okay, this is all part of binyan pa'al. We have another video on the present tense. Feel free to go there. It's a great exercise as well. So far, we can most definitely see that this is present tense, and it actually pretty match. So far, we're good. We have a veiled option. Let's go on to our third one. The third one is el mad. El mad. El mad is I will learn. Zman atid. meaning future tense. Elmad. Now, if you guys remember, I told you, okay, the very first one is that this noon, the first one, is actually part of the pronoun anachnu. Here we have the same thing. This aleph, the first one, is part of the pronoun ani, I. Ani elmad, I will learn. This is future tense, hence we cannot use it. We're looking only for present tense. Let's go on to our fourth one. La mati. La mati. I studied or I learned. This is past tense. Now, if you will notice, you have this yud, the end. Can you see that? This yud. This signifies for me that it is past tense, first person. So the trick here is really to identify when we can hear, really hearing it, right? Hearing the pronoun. If I can hear the pronoun at the very beginning of the verb, like here or here, it is future tense. If I can see or I can hear the pronoun the very end of it, it is past tense. Such as here, lamati. Ani I lamati. So you can hear in both cases as part of the pronoun ani, this I sound, lamati. Again, you have this I sound. So, we know that so far we have one option that can be the correct one, and it is lo med. Lo med, which means learning, studying, present tense. Can you repeat again? How do I say you study feminine? How can I say that? First of all, how do I say you feminine? At. Well done. At. And how do I say the verb study or learning? Lo medet. Lo medet. Ani, nir, ani, lo med, at, lo medet. Atem, you, plural, masculine. Lomdim, aten, you, plural, feminine. Lomdot. So the ending is im or ot. Im for plural, masculine. Ot for plural, feminine. Lomdim, lomdim, lomdot. Okay. Right. So, this is the correct answer. Lo med. Ani lo med ivrit kol yom. I study or I learn Hebrew every day. Now, I just want to, it's very important for me to mention another thing, that it is, in English you have present progressive and you have present simple. In Hebrew we don't have such a thing. So we don't have I'm learning and I learn. In Hebrew we will use the same form. It's just one form of present tense. That's it. Okay? And in general, this is, I find, many students that are actually having some struggle with it, thinking, should I say learning? Should I say learn? You don't really need to think about it that much, because again, in Hebrew, it is as simple as possible, especially as part of Binyan Pa'al. You have only 4 forms. Think about it as a song. Lomed, lomedet, lomdim, lomdot. That's it. That's all you have. That's all we got. So if you can remember this, you've done your part. You just need to practice, okay? And this is what we will try to do in the next couple of sessions, and we will try to get as much as practice as possible. Now, as for the first option, I hope you're not too confused about it, but most definitely we will get some practice on this as well, because this is also extremely important, the passive form, okay? But for now, as for the exercise itself, we actually referred only to the future tense form. So, you can actually get this exercise here as well for free. All you have to do is just go to the Skyread.com website, make sure to register, okay? Once you're logged in, you need to go to start practicing Hebrew to Go library, and there you should be able to see the different levels, okay? Now, in some browsers, you have problems with the material because on Chrome, for example, for some users, it doesn't work, and for some it does. It really depends on the operating system. Some browsers just, for some reason, block the content. So my best advice for you would be simply to go to the default browser of Explorer. Now, if you have Windows 10, I'm not talking about Windows, about Microsoft Edge, which is a bit different. It looks like Explorer, but it's not. That's a different browser. I literally mean the very basic one. So whenever you're there on the website itself, okay, skyread.com/Hebrew2go, you just need to choose your level, okay? Just make sure, of course, to register first. After you choose your level, you can simply scroll down and see all the different things that you got there. This is the practice that we're working on right now. Can you see it? Hebrew present tense for practice. You just need to click on it, and there you go. You should be able to see this loading thing, okay? And yeah, that's pretty much it. Enjoy. You have all the different questions for you to enjoy and to practice. You also have terrific audio stories that you can enjoy, and this is really a great practice section for all of you. And if you haven't done so already, feel free to also join Skyvrito. Skyvrito is a great social network, okay, for learning Hebrew. That's the first ever social network for learning Hebrew. So feel free to join us. Just simply go to learninghebrewnline.com and just register, open an account. It's for free, and you'll be able to find lots of cool stuff there. And of course, feel free to add me as well as your friend. I'm there as well. That's it for today, you guys. I hope you got some, beneficial information. And as I said, I will see you guys again, hopefully this week. And I want to elaborate and give more details about the passive binyan, especially nif'al, because I really think that it is extremely important. And just feel free to visit me on Skyvrito. Feel free to register also on skyvrito.com. I'll see you all guys very, very soon. Much love, and Shavua Tov. Enjoy the rest of your week. Leitraot.